Interviewing famous people on camera can be nerve-wracking, but it's unlikely they'll bite you in the neck and drink your blood. Interviewing vampires, that's another story. Here to tell me about Anne Rice's interview with a vampire and hopefully keep their fangs to themselves, the stars of the show, Jacob Anderson, Sam Reid, and Eric Bogosian. Welcome, you guys.
Hello. Can I just say you ate that?
Oh, thank you.
That intro was incredible.
Yeah.
That was so good.
And you have a nice neck, too.
Oh, thank you.
We really appreciate necks.
Thank you. That's
We're
really,
not
really
supposed to say
kind.
that?
I think just you.
Cancel.
Just you.
Cancel me.
Canceled already. So Sam, let's start with you.
Yep.
You played kind of a back seat in season 2, and now it is all Lestat all the time. Are you happy to be front and center again?
Oh, that's complicated. Not. I mean, not overly. But you know, I'm just doing the books. We're following the books. And I suppose that's how it's kind of going. Yeah.
I just go where they tell me to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know, Jacob, the story so far has benefited heavily from Louis' perspective, and now you do not get that in the show. How are you feeling going into that with it's all Lestat's story now?
I mean, I think Louis still has his perspective represented, but I think that's what, like, you want to get another side to every story, you know? Like, I think that's exciting. And also the tone of the show now is so different, and it's heightened in such a different way that I think that it's like, it's apples and oranges, but they're also telling the same story. I think it's a good thing. I think it's yeah.
So, Eric, your character is watching all of this from both sides. And you have called out Louis as an unreliable narrator from the start. How's that going to work now with the more aggressive Lestat?
Lestat pulls a lot of tricks and doesn't want to tell me the truth and goes to great lengths to do that. So it's my job to, I'm a dog with a bone. I'm gonna get it. Only problem is I'm going through an adjustment period as a vampire, so that complicates my situation for these first episodes.
A lot of bowling.
Yeah.
A lot of bowling. I have to do a lot of bowling, yes.
And a notoriously self-centered, shall we say, sire? Like, you're doing it around Lestat, who is so like, figure it out yourself.
I'm not his sire, though.
Well, that's true. You're just around him.
His maker was Armand, who is also self-centered, but you know.
Deeply so.
We're all self-centered
Everyone-
in
they are.
our own way.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna get
mean,
to
we
Armand.
become vampires, and vampires are a particular thing. We're serial killers, basically.
Yeah.
But each one of us carries our personality from before in our own, but in a vampire way. It's like we're still ourselves, but we're ourselves with a twist.
Yeah.
And I think that, and it's pretty indelible the way that our characters continue to be what they were when they were alive.
Yeah. So do you get to play with that at all? Like, since we've seen so much of human Daniel, now that you're vampire Daniel, do you get to sort of add that dichotomy?
It's the strangest thing. I love the writing in this show, and somehow it's gone seamlessly from a Daniel that I really understood as a old guy, and now I understand him as a vampire, and yet he's the same guy.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. It just, we learn our lines and we do it, and it just feels like we enter, it's like we're like Alice in Wonderland. We're in there, and then it all makes sense when we're there.
Also, we're all old guys.
Yeah.
We're all old.
Quite so. You're
you
the
guys,
youngest.
Yeah, I'm the youngest, yes. I'm the baby of the group.
Baby Eric.
That's why he calls
It's
me
Baby
Baby Eric.
Yeah.
So, Sam, in the book, so much of Lestat's history is covered in that novel. Will we see a lot of that jumping between past and present in season 3, or are we staying more focused on your rockstar angle?
No, we'll see a lot of the past, definitely, and that's kind of like one of the joys of the show is like how jarring those jumps are, going from, you know, the 1790s into, like, you know, today. So yeah, we see a lot of the past. Roland's done a wonderful job of like sort of integrating the two time periods simultaneously as we go along. So it's not quite like the books where you get a bit at the beginning and a bit at the end and a whole bunch in the middle. It's intertwined through the beautiful songs written by Daniel Hart. So it's a really, really hard book to adapt, I think. And, I don't think anyone could have done it better than Roland Jones and Hannah Moscovich. So, they've done a great job.
So, speaking of the past and the present and the extreme difficulty of adapting the vampire Lestat, you've also got the added depth of Claudia, which obviously happened in the novels as well, but in the timeline that we're following here, like, it's so front and center for both of you. Will we see you dealing with that in a third set of timelines, or will we get anything about the fallout from the loss of Claudia?
Single word answer?
I was going to say, I think they will never not be dealing with Claudia's death.
But that's a better answer. Yeah. Claudia is a huge part of the books and these characters. Mm-hmm. I should have just left it with your answer. It was better.
No, go. Cook.
I wanted to give one word. And now I'm going, let me just riff on that.
Yeah. That's perfect. So, Eric, we already kind of touched on Lestat being a much more confident vampire and Daniel very much being a dog with a bone trying to get his story. How challenged will you be from, like, the journalist perspective in season 3 as you're dealing with this guy?
I'm very challenged. It's very hard to pull off. There's an angle that we're doing, which I don't know whether I can say it. He switches gears a little bit. He's not.
I don't know. I actually don't carry the.
I think it was in the thing. I can say that.
I didn't read the
it's
thing.
It's a basic assumption because in the novels he writes the book, and then in here we assume that you're ghostwriting the book for him. So.
That's a misconception.
All kinds of. But at any rate, Lestat gives me a lot of trouble, and the other thing that Daniel Malloy doesn't like is he doesn't like bullies. And you push, I push back. So we do a little pushing. We did a little pushing the other night. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's a mutual pushing. Yeah.
He doesn't even remember it.
Yeah.
It means nothing to him when I push back at him. It's just like a flea.
Shove love.
So, speaking of bullies, Armand.
Yeah.
We have left things off where we did in season 2. Louis is now out of the spell, very aware. Lestat is now back in the picture. You are now a vampire, all of which is fallout from this character. Now, he will play a major role in Lestat's history, but how are we going to see the fallout from Armand play out in the present?
Oh, wouldn't that be fun to know? Wouldn't that be fun to know?
He said, I'm a dog with a bone. I had to try. I had to try.
I think very satisfyingly.
Okay, all right.
Stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
Full stop. Before Eric can say anything. These two guys are just, the whole time we do interviews, they're just waiting for me to say something I'm not supposed to say.
Yes, correct.
They're watching me very carefully.
I think I also really like talking in riddles. I think it's like quite satisfying when you're like, you ask us a question that we're not allowed to answer, that I kind of like am enjoying wasting time.
Watching, there's fun to it, like watching somebody else try and get around it. Like, how are you going to answer that in a way that's not going to get you yelled at?
I've discovered I just slow right down and just have a huge pause between each word, and it seems to work. And I can see the interviewer being very annoyed that I'm eating up all of the time by doing a lot of pauses between words.
I'm going to remember that for next time.
Also, you give away more than you think you are.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's why he's there, to just be like, stop.
Shut up. Yeah.
So, Sam, you're in very rockstar vibe with the sunglasses, and you basically get to record your own album this season.
Right.
How is that?
It's pretty wild. Yeah, I mean, it's not me, it's Lestat, definitely, recording an album. Yeah, look, Daniel Hart is an incredible songwriter. And I feel wildly fortunate to work with a man, who's opened for Radiohead, that's played with David Bowie, that's written these extraordinary songs. And he writes beautiful music, very complex music. He's an incredible rock star in his own right. His own music is extraordinary. And yeah, he's given a whole new voice to the character that has just been an utter joy to play. So yeah, it's been really fun and stressful, but why not do things that terrify you or things that you're contractually obliged to do? You can't not do it.
I would also say, as like a outside observer, that like fictional music can be really bad.
Yeah.
This is like good It's like it's good food. It's like it's real. It feels like real. It is real music.
Yeah, it's real. I mean,
You know what I mean?
think
It's like-
I was
Yeah.
kind of
They're
shocked.
bangers.
Yeah.
There's some real like earworms.
He
in
right
it,
there.
yeah.
I mean, I was shocked. I was kind of hoping, like, that maybe we'd be going down a more Mr. Like, I love them, but like Mr. Bungle kind of like crazy, silly route. Even though Mr. Bungle is amazing and Mike Patton's obviously extraordinary, but yeah, no, Daniel Hart's ended up writing like really good songs, which was probably more confronting.
I get home from set and I can't stop. I'm like humming the tunes to
Earworms.
myself, and
Yeah.
they're in my head, and I love them. And then I have to go to my computer, and because we have like these little bits and pieces that have been let out, like the trailer and from last year, and I'll like put it on again. I just want to hear some more of it. It's weird. It's actually.
The
You know,
number
you can
of times-
stream. Sorry.
No,
What can I
go,
stream? What can I stream? Oh,
You can
the full
stream
song.
the song.
You
Yeah.
can't. You,
Oh,
can't
yeah.
you shouldn't technically be able to stream it.
On Spotify. It's on Spotify. Longface.
No, it's not on Spotify.
Is it not?
No.
You can.
I think something will be emerging soon
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
right? Yes,
But
there's
yeah,
some
yeah.
new stuff about to pop. Yeah.
On YouTube.
It's on. You can
Maybe
get
it's
it on
just
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yeah, you can get on YouTube.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
The number of times I find myself just humming last year's preview, and you're just like, it's not even about Interview with a Vampire. It'll just, oh, there it is.
And
There
I'll
it
say
is
that
again.
it's a wonderful misdirect too, that long face song. I mean, like the thing is, there's a whole journey with the music that Roland and Daniel Hart have created. There's a journey. There's a story to be told.
All right,
Lestat's
all right.
still discovering his sound. Yeah.
I love that, because now we get to watch them go on that
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
So Louis doesn't come into the story in the novel until pretty late into the book. Will we actually see the three of you share a scene in this season?
What did you say? Wouldn't that be?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't you
Wouldn't,
like to know?
wouldn't that be an exciting thing to know?
Three of us all at once.
Don't elaborate.
I don't know. I can't. I don't remember. I don't remember anything. I have
Yeah.
to watch the show to see what I've done on the show.
I think that's totally fair. And like sometimes all three of you are there, but you're not really there. Because we had Sam last year, but he wasn't actually there. He was in Louis' head. So like, how can I know?
The show's like a dream. I dream when I'm doing it, and then I forget. When I wake up, it's like leaves my mind. I have to watch it to see what happened.
Really? Yeah. That's a great way.
That's just the way it is for me.
I think that is 100% fair.
Yeah.
And on that is all the time that we have
Great.
today. Thank you guys so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Season 3 of Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire premieres next year on AMC and AMC Plus. But right now, there's lots more Comic-Cons still here to come here on IGN.